Hello Star Trek Fleet Commanders. In today's episode, we're gonna be talking about the state of the game, Arc 4 of the Next Generation, August 2021. Additionally, in today's episode, I'm gonna be also talking a bit about Armadas, and relating both to the latest Borg event, which was ending with Armada part, but also other events that are connected with doing Armadas inside of the alliances. For those of you who are watching and are not being subscribed to the channel, I would like to again ask you to click that button. That doesn't change much for you, basically it doesn't change anything for you, but it helps me to reach like this 1000 subscribers point where I'm gonna be able to enable additional things in my YouTube channel, maybe do some monetization, maybe do some more analytics, and basically grow that channel. That also, is a driver. The number of subscribers is kind of a driver for me to see how many people are watching the videos, how many people want to see them more, and this is generally if you want to see more of this kind of videos, just do that. Press the subscribe button. So if you want to help me, that's one thing you can do, and the other thing is, of course, you can drop me a comment, because dropping a comment, related to the video, or maybe just like saying hi, helps to boost the visibility of the videos with something which is called algorithm, Google algorithm. So if you don't know what to write in the comment, maybe this time you can just say how you liked the Arc 4 of Star Trek Fleet Command, the August 2021 arc, and generally how did you like the recent version of the client. So summarizing, if you are not yet a subscriber, click the subscribe button and join the Big Brain Society. Okay, so let's start with the topic of grading of the current arc, or current version of the game. So in this arc, first thing that happened was of course deployment, and we know from the past that there were good deployments, there were bad deployments, and this one was one of the good deployments. So no big problems, like no glitches in the game. Things that were working before deployment were working also after the one, which I may say pretty good deployment. The new mechanic introduced in this version of the game, which is called exocomps, I must say I really like it, though it really requires me to change my habits, because exocomps are the things that are kind of like buffs that works within a limited amount of time, and like that can help you progress through the game. And out of many, we have things like speeding up the research or building. And for those of you who do not know it yet, you activate the buff, you start a building or research, and the reduced time just stays. So the buff ends within an hour or 3 hours, but the reduced time of every building or research that you start when the buff is activated is just like the shorter one. And of course, depending on your level and research level and all these kind of things, it can be small difference, like a 1 day shorter building time, or maybe 10 days shorter building time. Generally, the lower player level, the lower the amount of researches you have, the bigger is going to be the impact. Beside that, of course, we have exocomps that buffs the mining speed, the protected cargo, the warp speed, the XP gained when you are, attacking reds, things like that. I mean, I really like that feature. Besides what I said, that you have to change or adjust your habit to enable those exocomps, those are things you can get for free. You can get like a small pool of exocomps every day, and it's just an additional thing. You can use it, you can leave it as it is, up to you. I personally like it because you don't have to spend a lot of money or like buy packs to be able to use that functionality, which is good. New officers. And I will not say much about it, beside that I already forgot what new officers were added this arc, so nothing revolutionary here, just, I think it was Worf that was added, but yeah, that doesn't change much. And basically that's more or less it, if I would like to relate that arc. Genuinely good arc, and in Escape from A to F, where A is a hyper super great arc and F is completely waste, I would say it's a good C. It's a good C. It was okay. Good deployment, extra comps, no bugs, or to be honest, no new bugs, because there are some bugs that are kind of bothering me. And of course, additional thing was the PC version that was released to a group of players to test it, which is also cool, and I hope this idea will be like maybe a little bit improved with some visual improvements to the client, but generally really nice thing. See as it is. Now the topic of Armadas, which I spoiled at the beginning, and I'm touching this topic in this episode because it was also kind of part of the August arc, maybe not August arc, but generally the August release, I would say, and the set of events. So arc ended and there was this like a Borg event, 3 days event where different things had to be done, and on the last day there was a day 24 hours where you were scoring by killing Borg Armadas, and a lot of things was happening there, and a lot of comments and a lot of dissatisfaction I've heard, not only from some players but also from other content creators, and I do not understand that, because for me personally and for most of the members of the alliance I'm in, that was really good event. Why it was good for us and why it might be bad for others. First thing, we read description on the first day and we saw, there are going to be Armadas on the last day, so let's not do those Armadas for the first 2 days and let's wait for the third day. And what happened was, on the third day there was additional event that when you start 1 Megacube Armada you get additional directives to start another one, which was not available on the first 2 days. So basically, because we delayed doing any Armadas to the last day, we generally started like a 30 something ish place on the Alliance leaderboard. Actually, some other Alliance members were like having a laugh of us that so the top Alliance on our server is like a 30 something. We had a plan, and we end up with like 1.5 million points, where the next alliance in the alliance leaderboard was around 1 million. So we generally rocked it. The other things that we were able to do is to read the description on the Megacube directives, the description you can see in the background, and not attack tractor beams, which just have advantage over interceptors. A lot of people from the different alliances were doing that. We were not the ones. We knew the mechanic, we knew how to crew the team, and over 90% of the Megacube Armadas and other Armadas that we started were just successful. So we were scoring points like a crazy. Even 5 people Megacube Armadas were mostly successful. And that's a really interesting thing, because we all are playing the game of mathematics. We are all playing the game of logic, reading and understanding. And we should know it already that if there is an event, and if there is something that we can predict that's gonna happen, it's better to use that prediction, not just like a throw in, let's do all the Armadas on the first day. Well, by doing them on the last day, we just got more points, more additional bonus, right? But we are also really curious, and we are also really focused on how we play, how we crew, how we set up those Armadas, those Borg Armadas, but not only them, because like last few days there is a Stellar Refit event, so for those who do not have Stellar Refit yet, they can get it by doing Armadas, by scoring points. And I see, again, on our server, a lot of players starting high level Armadas and not being able to kill them with 1 approach and sometimes even with 2 approach. While in case of our alliance, it's just a small amount of Armadas that we are not able to finish, and mostly it's because either people just like today just got kicked from the game, all of us were kicked from the game and were not able to join the Armada because the timer was already there, and for some reason people were just disconnected, and that was strange. The other reason that's sometimes happening is somebody who just needs to join the Armada with the power enough or crew enough to finish it just doesn't make it in time because, I don't know, real life, boss comes into your room, wife wants something or husband wants something or kids asking you for something, whatever. but over 90% of those armadas are successful with the first run. So probably in this event, most of our Alliance members gonna get the refit, because everybody in Alliance are working to help them to do that. We are burning our Armada tokens just to allow those people to get the points and get the refit. And I completely do not understand 2 years of playing this game, because our server is over 2 years long. I remember joining the game December 2018, I guess, so it's over 2.5 years long, and people are still not able to do the armadas correctly. And I don't like the idea, Scopely, you have to change a lot, you have to allow us to run more armadas, or you have to fix it or whatever. No, folks, you need to learn how to play the game. And if you like to have some tips, you can look into my past content about armadas. But we are also planning as an Alliance a live stream. I don't know when it's gonna happen, but we have our own way to help members of our Alliance to grow their Stellar research. So we have our own way to help players, and maybe we will not share all the details, but yeah, I'm planning to do a live stream when we have such, I would say, an internal event to show you how the armadas can be organized and how every single armada that we start can lead to win, and how the points or the tokens can be spread among multiple players in more or less even way. So I hope you will join this live stream, and I hope you will learn from that. But for now, I would like to convince you to read all the things that games provide to you. Read the description of the ships, read the description of the targets. If we get, well, not if, tomorrow we're gonna get a new arc, please read the calendar. Prepare for what's coming. See when there's gonna be like a Alliance leaderboard events, when there's gonna be solo leaderboards, on which days you will need to spend G3 or G4 materials to maybe in a little board to score like top 5, top 10, top whatever. And when you can just like not build another part of your base, or like not start another research. When you're gonna be doing that, use the exocomps, use the speed ups to speed up your buildings and researches. If you need to spend XP, spend XP, or use some boosts to do that. I mean, take a good look at the mathematics and descriptions that are provided within the game, because this gives you amazing opportunity to be better compared to most of the people who are just going through the game, you know, armadas, I'm gonna start armadas, I'm not gonna get team, I'm not gonna get the proper crew, I'm just gonna run them, and fingers crossed it's gonna go well. Of course you can do it that way, but then you will not end up in the top 1, top 2, top 3 position. You have to prepare, you have to plan, you have to communicate inside of your alliance, and that's gonna pay you well. So summarizing, the last arc and the events after, if a Scopely representative sees this video, and if the Borg events will happen again in a month or so, maybe in between the arcs, I would like to see more possibilities to get the Mega Cube directives beside the normal Borg Armada directives, to be able to, you know, to get maybe the refit of the Vidar faster. But beside that, keep the event as it is, because it is really well done. And for those of you who haven't noticed, yes, we got active nanoprobes out of those Borg targets, which is a big plus for upgrading our Borg officers. So that was also kind of a surprise for me, at least when I saw it, and I think we figured it out a little bit too late, but still were able to get pretty big amount of them. So that's it for today. If you are here and still listening, and if you would like to give your feedback to the arc that ended, or to the Borg event that was happening, use the comment section, drop there a message, drop there your comment, drop there your feedback. And yeah, even if it's just like I rate it A, or I rate it F, or I rate it C, it's better than nothing, and it's just like helps to impact the algorithm of the YouTube and help those videos to be seen more often. Beside that, of course, if you liked the video, click like button, and if you are not yet subscribed, click that subscribe button. Join the Big Brain Society. Stay safe, everybody. See you next time. Bye bye.